What up, socialites, and welcome back to the Social Studies Podcast. Actually, I want to hear you do it.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the
Afternoon.
Good night, good day, whenever you're listening. Welcome to the Social Studies Podcast.
I regret asking you to do that. Welcome, socialites. Glad to have you back. I'm Joe Dombrowski. You know that, and you can catch me on the road this upcoming weekend in Chicago, and then the weekend after that in Atlanta, and then I'm done. I get to sleep for a little bit. TheJoeDombrowski.com.
You could get me. I'll be at Pottstown. I was just there actually yesterday. I'll be in Rochester this weekend. Then I'll be in Long Island. Then I'll be in New York City. Then I'll be in Chandler, Arizona, San Diego. I'll be in LA. I'll be in Chicago. I'm going to be in Portland, Oregon. I'm going to be in a few other places. Go to GaspareRandazzo.com for more details. Oh, I'll be in Naples, Florida. I'll be in Atlanta too, Joe, at that same club
you're
that
playing
you're
the
going to be.
fish restaurant, huh?
I am. I'll be in Naples, Florida.
The infamous fish
Oh, and
restaurant.
Philadelphia. Yeah, I'll be in a few places, so just check the website.
Okay. A couple things I got to tell you. One, so did I tell you I'm doing these 3 shows in Seattle every Monday for the next 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Dude, if I could do this for the rest of my life, I would do it.
Like, fun?
It was so cool. First of all, it was a Monday. What the fuck's going on a Monday? Answer, nothing. Here I am, headlining a show in the middle of Seattle, totally full.
Are you doing like your material or random stuff?
No, I'm doing my out. I have it down. I want to change a couple things about it. So, but mainly the purpose is to just do it because my tour schedule was New York. And then I didn't have anything on the books again until Chicago. And you know how it goes. Like if you take 2 weeks off, the first show back, you're like,
oh. I have a show Friday and I feel like I don't even remember my set, not even remotely. And it's just been a week.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. So I was like, I really like this material. I really like the way it's structured. I really like the way it's coming together. I don't want to sacrifice that. Like it would have been almost 3 weeks until I did it again. So I was like, no. So the club that I work at, the club that Richie and I do my straight friends at in Seattle, we did it here. And boom, it was great. It was fun. Had an awesome audience, got to run the material, really feel it out. This girl comes up to me because I went to go grab a drink, but the show had already started and I ran into her. She was running out of the bathroom and she goes, "Oh my God." And I was like, "Hi." She goes, "I am the biggest socialite." Gaspare flew in with her husband on a Monday from Park City, Utah.
Damn.
I was like, that's so cool. It was great.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Well, hello. Thank you for listening to the Social Studies Podcast featuring Joseph Dombrowski.
And me, Gaspare Randazzo.
All right. Well, first off, so are the shows you have like, it's like a full show? Like people are like, you have like an opener and everything and like so it's like a show.
It's normal.
I just think like Monday night, but I guess it's every night of the week is a show somewhere.
I did it on Monday too because this isn't like, it's my full hour. But it's coming out to like I've done it. The shortest I've done it was 46 minutes and the longest I've done it was 57.
It's still an hour though.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, I have a question for you.
And I have one for you.
I asked, right? In the middle of class today. So you got to tell me if this is funny. In the middle of class, it's not. In the middle of class, it was dead silent. And I just went, I kissed my finger, blew it up to the sky, and I went, R.I.P. boiling water. And then I looked at the kids. It was dead silent. And I went, you will be missed.
Oh my God, you
And then I said nothing.
Stupid ass.
And
You're such a stupid ass.
Dead silent. And I just stood there and not one kid reacted. And then after like a few seconds, this kid just went and just put her head down and started writing again.
Did they get it though?
I I don't know. And I asked, but no one wanted to tell. I also was doing it all. I was like, did you guys see that pile of cats on the way to school? I was like, it was a meowton.
Go away.
And then
Leave
once
me.
again,
I don't
just
think you're on this podcast anymore.
I just stare. But the best part is I say it and then I just lock eyes with them and I say nothing. And they're just like, no one knows what to do. They look away. And then this girl told me that I was the Michael Scott of teaching. And
That's
I was
a
like,
compliment.
oh my God. I was like,
And
you're right.
honestly, you really are.
I am. I was like, you're right. I was like, that's fucking great. Because like I got the hot dogs. I'm giving them out as prizes. Like that's very Michael Scott-esque.
It is Michael Scott.
And I
sure.
embrace that. I love Michael Scott. Who would you be out of an Office character?
Oh, out of the Office character, Kevin. No.
Mose.
I mean,
Mose.
Gaspare. Let's be real.
Jim?
If I was what?
Jim?
No, Gaspare.
Dwight?
Seriously? Oscar, obviously.
Oh, no. That doesn't make your personality.
No, if I was an Office character, I think I would actually be. There's two characters who I think I could play. The best character on the whole show, besides Michael Scott, because Michael Scott's like number one. The best character on that show is Robert California. Like,
oh yeah, he's great.
That character is amazing.
That's Melissa's favorite character on the whole show.
And I don't know what it is. That actor just plays it just like
he's great.
So perfect.
I would say, well, Melissa would definitely be Angela. Uptight, not fun.
Well, that's so funny that you say that, because I think if I truly was to be any character on the show, I think I had a shot at playing the senator.
Oh, the senator.
Yeah, I like really think I could play that like cheesy and good. I think I could play that. Or Mose, probably.
I would be a good Mose.
Yeah.
Just running around in the background. You know, Mose wrote the show.
Really?
Mose is the creator of the whole show.
Wait, no.
Dwight's cousin Mose.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not true. I think Ricky Gervais did.
No, Ricky Gervais wrote the English version of it.
And
Mose
then that's
wrote,
what this show is.
Yeah, but it's not. Mose wrote the American version based on Ricky Gervais.
Oh, interesting. Have you watched the UK version?
Nah, Melissa did, but I had no interest. I don't like anything with British people talking.
Wow,
like I like
racism.
British people. No, like my sister-in-law is British. You know, Jess is British. My sister-in-law that Joe hung out with, her mom is legit British from England.
Yeah.
Oh, Jessica, let me have some tea time. Like she's like that. Like for real. Jessica. Like that's what she says. It's time for some tea.
Yes,
like
how come when you speak British, you also have to do it in the style of just sucked helium out of a balloon? Like
I'm just doing her voice. I mean, like I could talk like a street Brit.
Now, I gotta tell you, British humor,
very different,
is not something that I get into, and it is difficult for me to like understand. It's just so different from what we find funny that some like, do you remember when Mr. Bean was big in the 90s? I was just kind of like, I don't fucking get it.
Yeah, but see, Mr. Bean, I liked him like because it was just like he made the faces. Yeah, like, but he wasn't like, I didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Right.
I can't understand British people.
No, wait,
no, Joe,
hold on.
And not joking. I can't understand them.
Okay.
On TV. In real life, I can.
I know. But here, this is what I want to tell you, okay? British, first of all, there is a comedian. I guess now that I'm looking this up, I'm definitely like Scottish things and Irish things. I guess he's not British, but Daniel Sloss. Anyway, I saw him live at JFL and it blew my fucking mind. He's so good. But have you ever heard of a show called Dairy Girls?
Mm-mm.
Dude, this show...
Is it about farmers?
No, it's about high school girls in little small town called Derry, Ireland, and they have both.
Nope, I can't.
No, dude, I gotta tell you.
Do they have accents?
First of all, yes.
Nope.
But here's the thing: Here's the thing. Same. The first episode, I was like, I have no idea what they said or what they're saying. But once you watch like 3 or 4 episodes, you kind of like learn it. And then you start being able to like participate in the show and like understand and like get what's going on. But it takes a minute because it's like literally at first it just sounds like this. Oh yeah, what? And I'm like, what the fuck? First time I watched the show, it was like, I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Did you watch Orange is the New Black?
Of course.
You know, there was that show Wentworth or something. It was like the British version of it. It was a female prison.
Yeah.
And everyone was raving about it. I tried. It was like, I'm going to put them in the yard, I'm going to put them in my yard, and then we're going to put them in place. I'm like, nope, right away. I had subtitles on. Even the subtitles were confused. They were upside down. They were like, what the fuck? We can't decode this.
Dairy Girls, I needed to put subtitles on for the first few episodes because I was just like, I don't know. Gaspare. Somebody in my life recently has made Morgan and I try to watch Game of Thrones, which we are putting in such a strong effort to watch it. Like
so
at least once a week, every other week, like we try again. And it's not because it's a bad show. Like it's actually fantastic. But like, I'm like, I think I need to watch this whole thing again because I have no fucking clue what they said.
Yeah. I found it boring. We didn't watch it.
Hold on. Hagrid. Like,
well,
Jesus.
2 things. One, I love British people. Just a side note, guys.
Actually, before this podcast started, you guys, he straight up said, I hate British people. I don't like England. If we could go back to the Boston Tea Party, I'd throw all your tea in the lake.
Okay, actually, speaking of that, we'll talk about that in a second, about the Boston Tea Party. But
no, we won't.
As far as British people go, I really do like them. One time I was in England and we met these girls, right? They were lovely, very nice girls. They thought that my brother was a little heavier at the time. They thought my brother was Danny DeVito.
Hilarious. Now, did you know that? They kept
calling him Danny. It was hysterical. They made him do the Matilda impression. I'm big, you're little. I'm smart, you're stupid. And they were dying laughing. I was like, yeah, Joey.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah. They like legit were like, they thought he was Danny DeVito. It was fucking great.
That is insane.
Should we call him? You want him to do the impression?
I don't. Can I ask you a question that I've been meaning to ask? I've been meaning to ask you this for like 6 months. What courses are you teaching this year?
That's a good question. So I teach a class that has 3 kids in it. It's U.S. history. Why are
there 3 kids in it?
That's just how many kids come. And there's more on the roster, but they don't come. I've never taught U.S. history before. I only taught U.S. history once years ago. It was ESL, English as a second language. So nobody spoke English in the room except me. And everybody was from like Pakistan and China and all these different countries. And I would just act everything out. I'd be like, George Washington, president. And I would jump up and down. And then they all failed the state test. So I never got to teach it again. This year, I'm teaching it against these 3 kids. Dude, I'm learning so much about U.S. history. It's insane. Let me just tell you one thing, not to bore you with real history stuff, but Andrew Jackson, you know who he was, the president on the $20 bill? Andrew Jackson, when he was running for president, had a political debate.
You are such a little kid, by the way. You go, Andrew Jackson, you know who he was? He's on the $20 bill. Like, you're a little kid who would be like, hey, what are you going to be for Halloween? This is what I'm going to be. Like, that's
No, I was trying to make sure you knew who he was.
Well, thank you for letting me respond, Gaspare Randazzo.
Do you know who he was?
Andrew Jackson, famous president, was on the $20 bill, actually.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really a great guy. Well, people argue if he was or not. I'm not here to say
seen
that.
Hamilton.
Oh, is he in Hamilton?
Have you seen Hamilton?
No, not yet.
You, of all people.
I don't like singing.
Gaspare,
they sing the whole time.
It's literally your favorite thing, but I'll give that to you. I'm not really into musicals that sing the whole time.
Oh, they don't talk at all?
Not really, no.
I never seen any of it.
But it's not really singing. It's like rapping, most of it.
Yeah,
but there's singing, obviously.
But Andrew Jackson, when he was running against Adams, right? They were going back and forth.
But dude, they were both president.
They were. Adams was president first, and then it was like a whole thing. Jackson won the electoral college votes, but he didn't win like the majority. Like, you need 270 votes to win. So Andrew Jackson and John Adams ran against each other, and neither of them got to like the electoral.
Can I ask a real question right now?
Yeah.
Is the United States 50 states at this point or not?
No, that's why I'm saying
colonies.
They're a little more than 13. They bought Louisiana from.
Holy shit! We had 13 colonies, and then we were like, and Louisiana too.
No, it was a whole purchase. Wait,
the Louisiana purchase. God, hold on. I am familiar.
Wait, Joe. No, this is so crazy. We'll get to that in 1 second. Hold on. So they get Andrew Jackson and Adams are going back and forth in this political debate, and Adams published all this stuff in a newspaper calling Andrew Jackson's wife a whore because she was married first and she wasn't fully divorced when she got with Jackson, but she was like in the process of it. So they like ran newspaper ads calling her a whore. Isn't that wild? Like, this is in the 1800s, and he had a pool table, Andrew Jackson, and they were like, oh, this guy's a gambling addict. And like, do we want a president who's a gambling addict and a drunk because he liked to drink? And then when Andrew Jackson won, he threw like a rager party. 20,000 people came to the White House. He filled up bathtubs with whiskey, and he's like, everybody just fucking party. And everyone partied in the White House. Like, can you imagine that today? Just like, you win the election and you're like, yo, I'm inviting everybody in DC down to the White House to just rage out all night.
Can I just tell you something so funny? Do you know who
you loved every second of that?
No, you said he called his wife a whore. Jeff Dean is this comedian. He's got the funniest don't tell. It's so funny. He talks about slut shaming. He's like, yeah, I get it. Like, we shouldn't be slut shaming. He's like, but the name just doesn't make sense because we're like, we're not going to shame those fucking sluts. He's so fucking funny. You have to watch it. Okay. All that good sounds great.
Wait, but do you want to know about Louisiana or no? Because Lewis and Clark.
Like, do I want to know like mildly, but I wish you could do it in like half as many words.
Give me 10 seconds. Oh, I'm going to pique your interest in 10 seconds. You've heard of Lewis and Clark, right?
I'm familiar. And Sacagawea, who's on the $1 coin, if you remember.
Wait. So they buy this Louisiana purchase. They were like, yo, Lewis and Clark, we need you to go out and explore America. They go out and explore it. They never once wrote about Sacagawea in their journals, but yet Clark ends up adopting Sacagawea's son and brings him back with him and sends him to school with his own kids and gives him a full education of like a colonial person at the time, but yet never in their journals did they ever write about Sacagawea. And instead, Clark extensively wrote in his journals that him and Lewis were not an item. Like, we were not a thing. Like, they said it was like written multiple times, which means like, I never tell people, hey, Joe and I are not sleeping together. Like, I don't ever have to say that. It's just like, we're not. So I don't have to say it. But if I started writing in my journal every day.
Like, we don't sleep together.
We work together, but it's not sex. It's just work. So like, there's a lot of talk that Lewis and Clark might have been a little into each other.
Right. That's kind of crazy. That's wild. That's wild.
That wasn't an interesting story about the baby adoption.
Yeah, no, it's super interesting, but you never got to Louisiana, which was what you were supposed to tell me about.
So they purchased Louisiana from Napoleon. Napoleon owed all this money, so he was like, I'll sell you guys Louisiana. They really wanted a waterway to Mississippi, so they bought it.
France had Louisiana? Oh, that makes sense, because there's so much French shit down there.
Yeah, New Orleans and all that. They wanted the port of New Orleans, so we bought it from them. We didn't pay a lot either, but it was like really messed up, because then we bought it, and we were like, yo, Native Americans, we just bought your land. Get the fuck off. And they were like, it's ours. And they're like, well, we bought it from the French, so you got to go. And they're like, but the French didn't own it either. We owned it. Did you ever hear
the History Hyenas podcast with Giannis Papas and Chris DiStefano? Oh, you'd love it. They're bringing it back too. You literally need to listen to it. It's made for you. It's comedians talking about history. Boom, they had a baby.
Oh, well, I'll call them.
Now, what other courses are you teaching? If you could just
all right. So that's my first period
question.
Then the rest of my day, I teach freshman world history.
Can I just say this one thing? I have been craving bagels from that place by your house since I left. When's the last time you had one? When I was there?
Yesterday.
Oh, man.
Every weekend I get them for the kids.
Can you like overnight me a bunch?
Can I? I don't know. Is that legal?
I don't know.
How do you do it?
I'll probably be rotten. I'll probably get E. coli again. Speaking of E. coli, organic carrots. If you saw that, there's a recall.
Is there?
Yeah, organic. There's like they got E. coli in these organic
stuff.
carrots. Anyway, can I tell you something?
Yes, please. I want to know. It's like I want to know things. Now I'm in a learning mood.
Either this is taken over media, or my algorithm has dialed in on me being gay harder than it ever has in its life. But I cannot look anywhere without seeing a promotion for the Wicked movie. Same with you? Oh, thank God.
I keep getting the Wicked movie. I keep getting fucking hair things. Like a lot of hymns. You get hymns?
I do keeps.
Well, whatever. Hymns, keeps. But I keep getting hymns for...
Do you want some of the shit? So, like, I got, like, too much of it. Do you want me to send you some?
But what do I do? Do I just rub it in the bald spots and the hair's
going to grow? The shit that I would send you would be that, yeah.
I'm just scared. Like, what if it grows on my forehead? Like, is it going to... It's not like fertilizer wherever it lands, it's going to grow, right?
And if I'm being so fucking real with you too...
It doesn't work?
No, it's mainly to, like, keep what you got rather than grow you new.
Is my hair going? Tell me the truth.
100%.
Where? Here?
The truth? I've told you for sure. I've already told you this. Yeah. Yeah.
But is that not... Now, if
Mr. Randazzo, do you not remember when both of us were in the car and we were shining lights on the top of our head? And we're like, holy shit. You're Gaspare. Don't fucking play with yourself right now.
Joe was shining a flashlight on his own head and he's like, look how thin my hair is getting. I was in the middle of driving. It was like midnight and Joe's shining a flashlight in my hair to show me that my hair is thinning, but it wasn't.
It was Gaspare, super. Please.
No.
Oh,
it's
my
thick
God.
In the middle. It's so thick.
Oh my God. Who's ever telling you your hair is not thinning in the front is lying.
In the middle. It's thick in the middle.
Who are you going to call?
No, I'm taking a picture of it.
Gaspare, it's not. It's not thick in the middle.
Oh, shit.
I told you.
There's nothing there.
I have a mohawk. Gaspare.
I have a mohawk.
No, you got a comb over, brother.
So now, okay, stupid question. If I, see, is this my hairline now where these two lines are? If I shave that,
you're gonna look bald as fuck.
Like if I shave that, hell no.
It's coming. It's out of there. You got to go to get the surge with me.
I'll shave it. I would do bald. Or what if I just did a regular little mohawk? Because then all I have is the middle, so I might as well leave it.
Hold on. Yeah, all you have is the middle. But it is thinner in the front. Okay.
No, it's not.
Yes, Gaspare. You just put your fingers through your hair and I could see your fingers.
Oh, it's fucking stuck.
Oh yeah. You're over here thinking like you got No,
it's the lighting. Like all right, so if I rub this keeps in, it's like shampoo.
Well, there's a shampoo, there's a serum, and then the pills. You should start doing the pills to keep what you got.
Pills? I'm fucking swallowing no fucking magic pill. Forget it.
Then get the surgery.
No, I don't get surgeries.
Not at all. I cannot wait to do mine. Oh my God, I've been dying to do it. It's coming up.
Your hair it's not receding, it's just thin.
It's not receding, it's just thin. I've always had a pretty deep hairline. That's pretty deep.
Oh, yeah, no, that's...
When I pull it back like that. Jesus, you ass.
You got a few foreheads.
Probably going to bring... I've always had, like, just a big-ass motherfucking forehead, though.
I have prominent brows, so it's good.
I'm sure that the fans are just exhilarated with this conversation, so maybe we should do some emails, yeah?
All right, guys, we do have emails for you, so we're going to read them. Go ahead, Joe, you read the first. I'll read the second.
Do you want...
Pull them back up.
Toilet hands, cut your turkey time in half, or poop gate?
I'll do toilet hands.
Okay. Ooh, it's a doozy. It's a long one. Here we go.
Thank God I didn't
Toilet
pick that.
hands. Joe and Gaspar. Thank you for bringing humor to my week. I've been a fan of your comedy for years and have been to both of your shows.
Is Yosemite
But
Sam right?
but I was the
But I was
most
stricken by the latest version of the plague. I couldn't come. I was so scared.
I couldn't come. What are you talking about? But I was the most excited in June when I found this podcast. You two together is magic. I've been recommending it to everyone in the teaching profession that I know. As a thank you, here's a little story from my last few months of teaching. Enjoy. Okay, that was the prelude. So now I'll read it as someone else.
Please, because I couldn't take a whole email of that.
Thank you for bringing humor to my week. I've been a fan of... Oh, I already read that. Here we go. During my final years of teaching, I left after 7 years. God bless every teacher who chooses to continue each day. I had a class of fourth graders that suffered significantly from the pandemic. To provide some context, I taught in a city public school, and the class had the COVID shutdown happen during their kindergarten that year. Oh, yeah. This is the group that is the most fucked. That group and the group the year after that. During COVID and other unfortunate circumstances for them, they had only had 1 full year with a certified teacher in the classroom by the time they had reached the 4th grade.
Yeah, that's
insane.
insane.
You can imagine. Yeah, you can imagine that this perfect storm yielded some significant needs, and it did, academically, socially, emotionally, physically, with relation to motor skill development, and of course, behaviorally. Now, can I just pause for a second, Gaspar? When I taught kindergarten, the pandemic happened when those kids were in preschool. I taught them half the year online and half the year in person. And then we had a COVID scare where someone in our class's nanny got COVID. So they made my whole class quarantine for a week.
Yes,
right?
yes.
This class, oh my God. Oh, like I was looking at them. I'm like, how are you people? Like, how are you actual people? It was wild what they couldn't do. Anyway.
No, I was just gonna say, like, remember how we like forgot like basic functions like during COVID, and then like you had to like go out into the world. We talked about this a few weeks ago.
I was gonna say, I think I told you recently, like I was watching videos of myself from the pandemic, and at the time I was just like, oh, I'm being funny on the internet. And now I watch those videos back. I was like, you were losing your mind.
Yeah.
I don't know how Morgan wasn't like put his foot down one day and was just like, this gotta end.
Who would Morgan be from The Office? Also Oscar.
Morgan would be, he would be no one in The Office.
You know who you could play too in The Office? Gabe.
Yes. If
Tall,
I was about
like
10 years younger. Yeah. He was a good one. One day towards the end of the school year, we had a guest speaker who joined us right after lunch. We got settled and she began speaking. I noticed that one of my students, we'll call him Julius. Okay, first of all, that threw me off because whenever people are like, we'll call him, they come up with like a simple name.
Rob,
right?
We'll call him,
we'll call him Tom. We'll call him Timmy. We'll call him
Octavius.
Yeah.
We'll just make it simple for everybody.
Winifred Sanderson II. Like, Jesus Christ. We'll call him Julius. Okay, well, thank you, writer. We'll call him Julius. Julius had an open plastic water cup from the lunchroom with him. Because of our challenges with motor skills, I gave all of my students water bottles and labeled them, trying to prevent against spills and keep liquid containers clean. They knew that they weren't supposed to have open containers in the classroom and were instead expected to use their provided water bottles. Now, I knew that Julius had a sore throat that day and I didn't want to interrupt the presenter. So I let him continue to drink from his water cup. Fast forward to after the presenter is done. It is now time to use the bathroom as a class. I noticed that Julius still had the water cup, now empty, as he went into line. He chose not to throw it out as he passed the classroom garbage can. So while we were walking towards the bathroom in the hallway, I reminded him to throw the cup in the garbage can in the hallway by the bathrooms. He nodded approvingly. A few minutes later, we were waiting for the class to finish up at the bathroom, and one of the boys hurried out of the bathroom. Mrs. C, there's a water cup in the... Oh, shit.
Elementary school is wild to me because I can't even imagine any of this.
Mrs. C, there's a water cup in the toilet. I turned and looked at Julius, who was staring right at me. I summoned over him and said, Julius, did you throw your cup in the garbage can? He nodded. I said, which one? He points to the one next to the restroom. We look inside. The bag has been cleaned recently, and there was only a small piece of paper inside the bag. No cup. I asked one of the boys to hold the bathroom door open, and I brought Julius inside with me. We entered a large stall, and I saw the cup is not only in the toilet, it's lodged inside of the toilet hole, suctioned in there from someone attempting to flush it. I turned to Julius and asked, what did you think you needed to fix? What do you think you need to do to fix this? He looked at me with the widest eyes and then sighed and threw back his head and said, you put it in there, right? He lightly nodded. Well, then, you're going to have to take it out. He moved closer to the toilet, then looked at me one last time as to give a chance to change his mind. He nodded encouragingly, resigning. I don't know what this word is. Rescindingly, Julius reached into the toilet and took the cup out. As an important aside, I should message that the toilet was clean as there was no bodily excretions in the cup. But of course, we all know that a clean toilet is never truly clean.
Yeah.
After washing his hands thoroughly, we emerged into the hallway to find 23 fourth graders silently looking at us with wide eyes. Upon reflection of this incident, I've wondered if I crossed the line. Yet, I think this thought only crosses my mind due to the norm of the lack of accountability that kids have these days and the fear of holding kids accountable in schools. I knew that I was leaving the profession, and I also am fairly confident that his parents would stand by what I asked your son to do. And I was actually right. Regardless, I'm curious of your thoughts on this. Thank you both for all of your humor and bring such a light to the challenging profession. See you soon in Rochester, Gaspare. I'll be there in January, by the way. Do not use my name. Okay, I have thoughts. You go first.
Well, please tell me when you're there that remind me that this is you, pee-pee hands.
Would you make him go in the fish for the toilet to get that cup out?
Listen, considering she already bought tickets to the show, no. But if you didn't buy tickets, I'd be like, yeah, that was a great idea. Well, first of all, let me just say that elementary school teaching is so bizarre to me. Like the fact that you guys are like, Julius, put that cup away. Like I just look at the kids and I'm like, if I see that cup, I'm going to fail you.
And like, they still don't listen.
And they're like, oh, they'll put it away. Like, they'll make a noise. They'll curse me out. Like, it's just like, it's the same thing like headphones. Like kids just have their headphones in. I'm like, take your headphones out. And they're like, nah, I'm good. Okay.
What do you do?
No, can't do anything. Can't rip them out of their ears. I say, okay, I'm going to put an anecdotal in our grading program. They're like, okay, cool.
What's that mean?
I'm going to log it that you didn't listen to keep a behavioral trail. But if a kid is putting them in and not taking them out for a teacher, they usually don't care about a behavioral log. And then that's it. I just write down Julius did not remove his headphones when asked. And I just write it every day. Same thing with lateness. Like a kid comes every day late. Why are you late? I don't know. Just hanging out. Okay. I write, student was late.
That's some shit. So I agree with her on the argument that kids need to be held accountable. I probably wouldn't have had him go fishing to get the cup out of the toilet, but I for sure would have had some sort of classroom punishment followed up with we would tell the parents together.
I would make his hand get real close and then be like, stop.
Yeah, I
Like,
wouldn't
now
even do
you
that just
know.
because it's so not worth it sometimes. I don't know this parent. Maybe if I had a relationship with the parent, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
but
like
then the relationship will
sometimes it's just,
sour.
but
They'll be like,
sometimes, Gas, it's so not worth it. Parents can be fucking insane.
oh, yeah, because
Like
the
you would,
kids are cool with you till they're not, and then it's
the
fucking your
thing,
life's
like
over.
one time when I was teaching sixth, it was like sports jersey day or whatever. It was like Michigan State game was coming on or something like that. And you had to wear like a jersey of either one. This girl didn't have a jersey. Not also, whenever it's these theme days, not everyone does it. It's not a mandatory thing. It's just like a theme day at the school, right? I don't know how, but somehow she got a hold of her mom in the middle of the day because she didn't know that it was Michigan State Day. Her mom comes to school and drops off a jersey in the office, and the principal brings it down and talks to me. And first of all, okay, I'm going to tell you what happened, then you got to tell me what you would do. The principal goes, "Did you communicate with the families that it was Michigan State?" And I was like, "Yeah, I had it right on the newsletter that goes home every week." They go, "Well, you need to double up. Like, you need to make sure all the kids know, like, give parent phone calls." But because this parent didn't know, she's very upset that her daughter didn't have it. And now I'm going to go give it to her. And then I give the girl her jersey. She doesn't even wear it for the day. But the parent was pissed at me. What do you do?
I wouldn't do anything. I would just be like, I'm sorry that that you didn't see it. I
Right.
hope you could see it next time. Like,
I was a
I
first-year
don't, I'm
teacher,
not
so
like
I
an
like,
angry, like, yeah,
right.
I would have just been like, this is what we do. Sorry, please be on the lookout next time.
Yeah,
Sorry
I was a
that all the
first-year
pain
teacher,
this
so
has
I like
caused your
doubled
family.
down, and I doubled down, and I like made sure all the families knew every time, and made sure all the kids had their shit. But like it now, I would have just been like, "Oh, that's so crazy! Your newsletter from last week is still in your mailbox."
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Like, but also I don't live in that world of elementary. You know what I mean? Like,
But
so it's
kindergarten isn't even
hard.
elementary. It's so
They're babies.
so insane. It's
No,
so
it's
insane.
wild. Like, I don't know. But wait, on a side note, speaking of kids, let me just tell you. So we were driving to Pennsylvania this weekend. Lucy threw up in the car, right?
Oof. Why?
And
She was sick or because she was
yeah,
car
she
sick?
gets car sickness, right? So we're about 10 minutes away from where we were going in Pennsylvania, and she starts puking, right? So we're with my mom, and so my mom's like, "Do you think your father?" So I pulled over, and dude, I'm scooping it with my hand to get it off of her. I had no choice. You know what I mean? And I'm just throwing it on the side. It's fucking gross, right? And like, we don't really have anything. And I'm like finding blankets, just like gross shit, whatever. Scooping up the throat. So my mom's like, "Do you think your father ever pulled over?" Because I had pulled over on the side of the road. She's like, "You think your father ever pulled over when you kids would throw up?" I was like, "No, that doesn't make it right." And I was like, "That wasn't a good thing, Mom. Like, I wish he pulled over." She's like, "Remember when the dog threw up on you and we kept going?" I'm like, I do remember. I don't know why you guys didn't stop. It was fucking weird. She's like, "Well, your father used to like to make good time." I'm like, "Yeah, I was fucking covered in throw up." Like,
Oh.
like it's fucking gross. And then we were talking about the mold in my house, and my mom's like, "I remember we had mold in Brooklyn one time." She's like, "And your father saw all the mold. So he just bought a piece of sheetrock and he just put it in front of it and painted it." She goes, "And then the mold was gone." I
No,
go,
it wasn't.
"Oh, okay, Mom." Okay, gotcha. So she's like, "It's just times have changed so much. You pull over for your kids when they throw up. You get rid of your whole basement because of mold." I'm like, yeah, this is probably why my voice is all fucked up, Mom.
100%. Should we get into the next email?
Let me read the next email and then we'll wrap up. All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
So cut your turkey time. Yeah, because Thanksgiving. All right, ready? I'll read it. "Hey, Gaspare and Joe, I just need to tell you that you're both probably doing Thanksgiving all wrong. I'm about to give you the best kept secret, though it won't be a secret anymore if you read this on the show.
Which
Forget
we will,
the brine.
and we are.
Forget the brine. I'm not even sure what the brine is. Which one is the brine?
Brine is the best. The brine's the way to go. Anyway, keep going.
What is it? It's a flavoring?
Yeah, it's like a salty flavored like water that you soak it in for a while.
Okay. Forget the turkey bag. I do the turkey bag. Do you deep fry your turkey? Did you ever do that?
No, and I hope you don't either, because knowing you, you'll burn down your whole fucking house.
We did it last year. It was not good. I'm not crazy about it.
Oh,
First
I
off, it
think I
uses a
remember you
lot of
telling me this.
oil. Lot of oil.
Yeah.
And it burns your grass. All right. Forget the brine. Forget the turkey bag. Forget it all. All you need to do is go to Popeyes.
Queasy and fast.
Go to the counter and order
this.
their Cajun deep fried turkey for Thanksgiving. You'll prepay for it and come back a few days later before Thanksgiving, or just take it right then. They'll give you the turkey frozen in a bag. On Thanksgiving, you're literally just going to cut that bag open, put the turkey and the juices into a roasting pan, throw some foil on it, and stick it in the oven for 2 hours. That's it. No cleaning, no prep, no brine, nothing. And I promise you, this is going to be the best tasting, juiciest 15-pound turkey you'll ever have. And you'll have so much time that you could spend making other dishes, or more importantly, drinking. Drinking alcohol, I guess. You're welcome. Love, love, love you guys, and have seen you multiple times live now at the Chelsea taping. New Brunswick, and most recently AC, where my friends and I were so happy for Gaspar's surprise appearance. Love, Avni. In case you read this on air, Avni.
Love that.
First off, I got to Google how much this Popeyes turkey is.
Let's take guesses. Over, under.
Oh, wait, I won't look. Hold on, close my eyes.
It's 15 pounds. Keep that in mind.
Okay, it's 15 pounds.
Do you have to order it ahead of time?
It's pre-seasoned 15 pounds. I'm going to say $45.
Oh, it's frozen in a bag.
I'm going to say $45.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say $50. $55.
I mean, I'm just reading their advertisement. I was like, people are loving it.
Now, is it just the turkey breast?
No, it says it's a full turkey. Our Cajun-style turkeys delivered right to your front door in time for the holidays. Pre-cooked turkey, so all you have to do is thaw, heat, and serve, giving you more time to enjoy your day.
How long does it take to thaw?
Thawing instructions. There's a whole instruction just on the thaw.
Oh my God,
it is 72 hours. Thaw for 72 hours and then consume within 3 days. All right, but where's the price? Like, this is all well and good, but I want to order it right now. Oh, order now. Duh. All right, ready? How much?
Yeah.
Dude, they ship it to your house.
No, they don't ship it to your house.
$100.
$100.
Shipping included. How much is a 15-pound regular turkey? Because they're doing a lot of the work. Oh, dude, a 15-pound turkey from ShopRite, which is right near my house, is $91.
Really?
There's no way.
That much money?
No. Okay. No. Oh, no. That's a cooked turkey. That's from this place. You could do it. $31 frozen turkey.
Wow.
You want to know a quick history fact?
Tell me.
Abe Lincoln created Thanksgiving.
God. Sure. Well, you know what?
He made it a national holiday.
I have and the turkey was almost the state bird. I don't know if you knew that. Almost was. Not the eagle. Another crazy fact is we're done with the podcast.
Oh, okay. Poopgate, we're coming to you next week.
Poopgate coming to you next week. Coming at hot. You guys, hey, thanks for listening. Get your tickets, see me live. TheJoeDombrowski.com.
And come to see me live at GaspareRandazzo.com. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.